Hey, Vinyl Community, Elliot here, Lazy Dogs Records, and my friend George Allen at George Allen's Vinyl, LPs, and CDs has a contest, and I certainly want to support his channel and contribute to that contest. I really like showing records, so these contests give us a great opportunity to do so. And I'm going to show 3 singer-songwriter albums, not the most obscure, but maybe not the most mainstream as well. But first, what are we listening to in the background? I always like to note that. Leon Redbone, and I always love Leon. And on Warner Brothers, On the Track is the name of this album. And he says, special thank you to Jelly Roll Morton and Jimmy Rogers. And boy, when you listen to his albums, you can hear that influence. I love that feel, that 1920s kind of feel that Leon gave us, and just love that. Okay, so without further ado, 3 singer-songwriters let's take note of. An album from 1974. It's called Prone to Lean. And this is Donnie Fritz, and he's a very big songwriter. Didn't put out many albums himself, but let's see. I mean, we could name a lot of different songs that he did. This album is really good. 300 Pounds of Hungry is on here, and When We're on the Road, and What You Gonna Do, and one he co-wrote with not Leroy Parnell, but Tony Joe White, called, and you tell it by the title, Tony Joe White had to have something to do with it, Something Funky Going On. But Donnie Fritz, he did a lot of work with Chris Christopherson. He did a lot of songwriting later on with John Prine. He worked with a lot of different people. Great songwriter. I think he left us not that long ago. And the next artist would be Steve Goodman, and I think this might be his first album. I'm not positive. It's self-titled, and it's from 1971, so that would be about right. John Prine does a little paragraph here about Steve, and this contains his version of the song he wrote, but pitched to Arlo Guthrie, which Arlo Guthrie had great success with, City of New Orleans. I think that's probably kind of what got him his record contract, although don't quote me on that. He does John Prine's Donald and Lydia. But most of the songs on here, almost all of them, he wrote himself. And what a songwriter Steve Goodman was. There he is. I would say, I'm trying to think of the one I wanted to point out here. You Never Even Call Me By My Name, that David Allan Coe had big success with, and it's kind of become a classic song now. Steve and John Prine, who wrote the liner notes here, Steve and John Prine actually wrote that song together one night, but Prine insisted that Steve keep all the copyright credits for it, the royalty credits for it. He was kind of afraid he might offend some country music folks that they might feel like they were making fun of him. So he said, I just don't want to. You just put your name on it, it's fine, and you got it. And so he insisted. So what Steve Goodman did after it enjoyed that success by with David Allan Coe's rendition, was he went out and with some of the royalty money he got from the song, he went out and bought a 1940s Victrola or Wurlitzer jukebox, and gave it to John Prine. And I've noticed in recent years, Prine's been added to the songwriting credits for that song. Something, I don't know, maybe the last 20 years or so. Okay, and finally, my last one is is Jesse Winchester. And this album right here, which is self-titled on Ampex Records. And Winchester was such a wonderful songwriter. His career was kind of stalled when he went to Canada to live in the height of the Vietnam War, fearing that he would be drafted. So that's what a fairly large number of people did at draft age at that time. And this album's kind of beat up, but it plays really well. Let's see if, just a couple more photos of him. George, congratulations on such a successful channel. Great contest. Thanks for putting it on. I'm glad I could participate in it. And I want to remind everybody out there, there's a lot of hate in this world. Let's fight that hate by being kind to our neighbors, okay? Just be kind to your neighbors, because folks, we're all neighbors in this world. It's a small world. Be kind to your neighbors.